Welcome back everyone to episode number 56 of Turning $100 into $1 million, the series where I risk a whopping $100 of my money in an attempt for your entertainment to turn it into $1 million. And if you have been following all the episodes, you will see that my portfolio looks vastly different than last time. A lot of action took place in between the last episode and this one. A lot to unpack here. I'm going to be covering it all, exactly every transaction that I did. So I'm not even going to look at the charts in this episode as we have so much to cover in regards to which stocks that I sold and bought. And just to preface, that a few of the stocks that I did sell were free stocks, so it's not like I paid for them. They were free stocks that were given to me from great, gracious people just like yourself who are watching this right now. And speaking of free stocks, if you would like free stocks, go ahead and use my link down below with Webull. You'll get 2 free stocks, one valued up to $1,600. All on me, all free. Use my link down below. Sign up with Webull, you'll get free stocks, all on me, all free. So I think it would be most beneficial here to, before we even look at the profit and loss numbers, because of course my portfolio is so different and it's not what I had last time, let's look at the transaction. So I'm actually going to be going to my message center in Webull, and that's where you'll see every transaction that I did, every sell, and every purchase. So let's see right now, we're going to head over to my message center. And we're going to start here. Now, this is not part of this episode, but just for some context, if you recall, many episodes ago, I did buy AMC. Remember, I scooped up the AMC stock. Really not a long time ago, though. Just a few episodes ago. Remember, I told you that it was so beaten down and they were going to declare bankruptcy, but then they had cash on hand. And, well, what do you know? The vaccine news came out, and I suppose that definitely helped and aided the stock. So I actually made a great profit on AMC. It couldn't have been more picture perfect. Of course, had I put all my money into it, then I would have practically doubled my money, my entire net worth. But very risky. You don't want to do that. But I'm just saying, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But hindsight is 2020. So if you see here the order fill notice on October 20th, you will see that I bought 12 shares of AMC, which were the proceeds from a previous transaction. This has nothing to do with what I did over these last couple of days. It's just for some context, you understand where we're going here. And you can see I bought 12 shares at an average price, or exact price, of $309.99. So about $310 there, just about. And so that's what I did, and I had AMC. I've held it for a couple episodes, but not too long. Just a couple episodes ago is when I bought it. And so what I did first was I sold AMC. That was the first thing I did just the other day. I sold 12 shares of AMC, and I sold them at $398.13. So a great profit there. Very, very picture perfect. You couldn't have sold it and bought it at a better price. Really happy with that transaction. It was at one point above $4, but today it crashed. So, or rather yesterday, so it's totally okay. You can't predict the exact bottom and top. No one can, not even Warren Buffett. So that's what I did right there. So I sold my AMC, then I went ahead and used those proceeds for something else. But before I did that, I also sold 2 shares of RF. That was a free stock that I had. Free stock, so I received that from someone else, from someone else's sign up. I didn't purchase those with my own mindset and analysis. That was received to me for free, but yet I still did make some profit on it. And so not only did I get the value of the free stock, but I also got the profit on top of the free stock. So it was a twofer. It was a twofold right there. But I did sell 2 shares at $15.03.5, just about, so call it $15.03. And that gave me a little bit over $30 to play with. I also sold, finally, Viacom. Viacom I've been holding a very long time. Finally sold it. I could have sold it probably at 30 and change or 31, but I got it at a great price, and it was only just 1 share, so it's only $1 or 2 difference because it was just 1 share. So I got out at $29.93.5, so that's another about $30 there to play with. And then I did all my sales, right? So I did everything I wanted to sell, and then it was time to scoop up and buy. So where are we now? Well, I scooped up a share, just one share of CVS. Many analysts are saying to buy CVS right now as the vaccine is ready to roll out, so CVS could have a big factor in administering that vaccine and distributing it. And so that's why I did purchase CVS, and I'm already in profit on CVS. I'll see that in a second. But I bought 1 share, just 1 share. Then I was thinking about buying DraftKings stock. That was a pretty good price, but I actually canceled that. I actually didn't have enough funds to purchase that. Remember, I'm only working with that original $100 as well as any free stocks that I get, but I don't put one more penny in. So I started with exactly 100. You can go all the way back to episode 1 to see the proof. The playlist is always on the homepage of my channel if you're brand new here. And so I don't put any more in, so I have to work within my boundaries, right? So I'm kind of restricted. I can't deposit anymore. I'm just have to work within my boundaries and my limits. And so sometimes that happens where I don't have enough funds for a stock, so I have to cancel the order and try something else. So that's what the dynamic is here when it comes to this kind of series. So instead I actually purchased Yelp the next day. I purchased 1 share of Yelp. Reason for that, you could probably guess, with the vaccine, right? The news of the vaccine that we discussed in my latest video of when I sold Pfizer and bought Apple. If you didn't see that yet, it'll be on my channel, or it is on my channel right now. So Yelp is expected to do well with this vaccine news because this means that even more restaurants and even more businesses can reopen if the vaccine does come through. And also people will be more prone to open businesses as well, right? There'll be a lot of new business owners that come out after the virus is gone with, or at least that we have the vaccine. So you're going to be seeing a lot of openings, a lot of grand openings, a lot of reopenings, so many different exchanges of ownership and all the above. And so with that being said, Yelp is a great purchase right now because they'll continue to do well and be continued to be utilized by so many businesses across the globe and in the United States. So Yelp is a great buy right now, and that's why I did purchase just one share of Yelp. That's all I could afford, but I got in at 28.54, 66.7, and then I bought just 1 share. I don't even remember the name of the company. I was doing this late at night. Just 1 share. I had just a little bit of money left, and I decided, why keep it in cash? Let's try to make something happen out of it. And so I bought just 1 share of I believe it was a Brazilian airline company. We'll look at that later or in the next episode. It was a Brazilian airline company. It was actually the only airline company that I could afford, right? JetBlue and all the other cruise stocks like Carnival and Norwegian, those were actually too expensive. I couldn't actually afford them with what was left, the remaining amount in cash. So all I could afford was this Brazilian airline stock. And I got in at $7.79, just 1 share at $7.79. Call it a penny stock, but it's decent, and there is a lot of potential there. It was double before the pandemic, so there's definitely a lot of potential there, and I think it was a good purchase. And I diversified. That's what was good here. I actually have more stocks in my portfolio now than ever before. If you look at all the stocks I own now, it's much more diversified. So if something goes down, the other can go up, and I can definitely make up for some of it. But my profits have been very good, and you'll actually see my account balance now is, I don't think it's a record, but it's definitely much higher than the last few weeks. But let's go back to my portfolio now. So here's what I'm holding. I have that Linhas airline company, GOL. It was in profit a nickel as the market was closing just the other day, but it's down 5 cents right now. 0.64%. Not complaining, not concerned. Yelp is actually up 16 cents or 0.57%, so I'm already up on Yelp. CVS, already 258 up, and I only bought 1 share, and 3.80%, almost 4% already. I just bought it. DJY is still down though, 35.86 or 39.47%, and OXLC I'm still holding, and maybe when that turns green I'll finally sell it, use that for something else, as I do have 8 shares of it. I do have 8 shares of OXLC, but that's at 248 down or 6.22%. Let's go to the account balance now. Let's see where I'm at after all my profits. I haven't received any free stocks in a while. So if you guys want to give me some free stocks, you can sign up down below. So I haven't gotten any free stocks in a very long time. So the majority, a good bulk of any gains that you've seen in between, or actually all of the gains that you've seen between the last episode and this one, is pure profit. It's all gains, everything from my plays and my trades. But at any rate, I am now at $204.22, $204.22. That's high number for a long time. I think probably a multi-month high. I haven't seen that amount in months. So definitely making progress here. We're making strides, and I'm happy. We're doing good here with this portfolio. It's looking good. Can't really complain. Couldn't go any better. And so, if you did enjoy this episode, if you did, click that like button, smash it for me. And if you want to see some more videos on my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the big red button. Also hit the notification bell as well. That way you're notified every single time I do make a new one. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode or video.